The comparison trap, how social media shapes the way we see ourselves. Why do we so often feel inadequate while scrolling through our feed? Why do other people's successes trigger doubts about our own worth? Today we are diving into how the culture of comparison is shaping our lives and how to break free from this endless loop. My name is Lana Bogela. I'm a hypnotherapist and a subconscious mind expert, and the creator of the transformational method of 3 eyes. This method has already helped thousands of people return to themselves without drama, without masks, and without the endless search outside. And today we'll talk about what hides beneath envy, about why we compare ourselves to others, and how to return to your true essence, not by fighting, but by remembering. To that space where there is no competition, because there is only you. No roles, no race, just presence in your truth. And by the way, if you want more content like this, give this video a like. It's not just a like, it's a signal to YouTube that this content is interesting for you. Because 80% of those watching my videos still aren't subscribed. And every subscription is a chance for this message to reach the one who really needs to hear it. So today we have a social media and the culture of comparison. And social media is just a tool, but in our psyche it's become a distorted mirror. Not because we are weak, but because the human brain was never built to compare itself with thousands of people at once. In the past, you'd compare yourself with classmates, co-workers, or neighbors. Now it's the top global version of every possible role. The most successful, the most attractive, the most talented, the most spiritually aware, you name it. And when you're tired, you open Instagram and you see her smiling, toned, holding a matcha on a beach somewhere. Or him in a white shirt next to a fancy car with a caption like, "My first million only made me more disciplined." And something in you tightens. Even if you're doing well, even if you have love, you start to doubt yourself. Because social media isn't about life, it's about peak. And real life, it's rhythm, it's nuances, silence, doubt, aliveness. If you're living in the rhythm of real life, you'll always feel like you're losing to someone showing only peaks. The problem isn't seeing others succeed. The problem is believing that your reality isn't good enough and forgetting this one truth. Every outward comparison costs you your inner vision. Algorithms aren't random. They don't just show you what's trending. They amplify exactly what you emotionally react to the most. If you paused on a post with a perfect body, tomorrow you'll get dozens of those. If you clicked on someone's success while feeling low, the algorithm says, "Oh, this triggered something. Let's give them more." And just like that, you're caught in a comparison loop. The algorithm doesn't know it hurts you. It doesn't care about your mental health. Its job is to keep you engaged at any cost. And nothing keeps you stuck quite like envy, fear, and the sense of not being enough. Because when you're inspired, you go and create. But when you're envious, you stay scrolling. And that's exactly what the algorithm wants. You think you're comparing yourself, but the truth is deeper. You were trained to. You were programmed to compare. The same as algorithm was programmed to show you more of comparisons. So there is a psychology behind comparison. Why do we compare ourselves to others? Because somewhere long ago, we abandoned ourselves. Not because we wanted to, but because we were taught to. We weren't taught how to know ourselves. We were taught how to be better. And every look how well they're doing in childhood wasn't motivation. It was a condition for love. You'll get praise if you become like them. You'll be accepted if you do what she did. You'll be loved once you stop being you and become someone more convenient. That's how the split begins between your true self and the version of you that's more lovable. And from there, it's simple. Every difference in others feels like a threat. Every success of another feels like proof of your failure. Every bit of someone else's beauty casts a shadow on your light. A real life example. I once worked with someone who had everything: education, partner, a business, stability. But every time someone online posted about reaching a new level, something inside them unraveled. Not because of envy, but because of a younger part of them still believing if someone else is better, there won't be anything left for me. This isn't about logic. It's about the body. The body remembers what it felt like to be unseen, to be compared, to be told you are not enough. And here is the truth: we are not competing with others. We are fighting the part of us that was once unloved. We look at others and see the part of ourselves that was rejected. We count someone else's followers trying to heal the wound. Am I worthy now? But comparison isn't about others. It's the pain of being disconnected from yourself. Because when you are in alignment with who you are, other people's roles no longer hurt. They're just not yours. And that's more than enough. I will share a personal story from my children's swimming practice. So today, during a parent meeting at my kids' swim class, the coach shared something that shook me. He asked parents not to pressure their children to be first in the line. It's not a race, it's just a practice. Kids swim one behind the other because the lanes are crowded. But guess what happens? Parents see their child swim in second, third, or fourth, and they say, "Why aren't you first?" So the kids push forward. The lane gets crowded. It becomes chaos, stress, even in the water where there should be freedom. It turns into a race for visibility, not on the competition itself. So the coach ran a quick experiment. He asked, "Raise your hand if your parents push you to swim first." 8 hands went up. 8. This isn't about ambition. This is the virus of comparison passed from generation to generation. It's about trauma that parents never integrated. And now they pass it on because they too were once compared. And now, without realizing it, they do the same. That's why so many of us grow up with this internal engine: be first or no one will notice you, stand out or you won't be chosen. But here's the most painful part. Even when you are first, it doesn't bring peace because they don't love you. They love your first place, and you're left alone, empty, cold, even on top. Comparison isn't just a passing thought. It's a constant background anxiety. It's the voice in your head that asks, "Am I enough?" And the one who's always asking can never truly rest. Self-esteem doesn't collapse overnight. It dissolves slowly. When you see someone raising their kids better, building a business faster, or looking incredible after their third child, you start to question yourself. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I've fallen behind. Maybe I'm not enough. And now you're not even enjoying what you have because your brain, glued to a feed, can't recognize yours. It only sees someone else's better. The neighbor always has the grass that is greener. The body reacts first. Your stomach tightens, your chest feels just a little smaller, you look at your phone and feel exhausted. Not because your day was hard, but because once again, you didn't win. Anxiety creeps in, your thoughts won't stop spinning, comparison opens the door to endless forecasting. What if I can never get there? Maybe I'm too old. What if I'm already too late? What if I lose everything because someone better shows up? And this isn't about facts. It's about the inner race with no finish line. Because when the baseline becomes someone else's peak, you'll always feel like your life is falling short. Your sense of reality gets distorted. When all you see is someone else's success in your reels, your everyday life starts to feel like a failure. But here's the truth. The one smiling in that video probably cried into their pillow last night. The one who just bought a car might still feel completely lost inside. The one posting flawless photos often ends the day alone with their anxiety. But the algorithm doesn't show that, does it? Because truth doesn't get clicks. Illusions do. Comparison does. Perfect images do. And your nervous system starts to believe this must be normal. And when we believe someone else is too good, we stop feeling our own good enough. So how to break free from the comparison trap? The answer isn't to delete Instagram. Maybe you thought of it. Because the issue isn't Instagram. It's the parts of you that still don't believe they're allowed to exist without competing. You don't need to shut your eyes. You need to open them inward. Because comparison isn't about others. It's a mirror reflecting the parts of you that still feel unworthy. The part that was never praised. The one that was shamed for being too slow. The one that heard, "Why can't you be like your brother?" Or "Look at that girl, how great she is." So when you see someone who looks better, earns more, is living the dream, it's not the grown-up you're reacting. It's the younger part still beginning to prove, "I matter too, I'm worthy too, I deserve love too." As long as this part is rejected, comparison will hurt. Not because of what's happening outside, but because of the emotional debt inside that hasn't yet been forgiven. So what can you do? First, don't fight comparison. Watch it. Don't believe every thought that comes after a scroll. Ask, which part of me is looking at this? What does it really need right now? Second, shift focus from competition to connection. Are you becoming closer to yourself? Not faster than others, but deeper in your own being. Third, practice self-compassion. You haven't lost. You're living a one-of-a-kind path. And if today comparison hurts, it's not weakness. It's a signal. There's a part of me that's still waiting to be welcomed without conditions. 4. Stay grounded in reality. Reality includes mistakes, pauses, tears, doubts. But that's what makes it real. You don't have to destroy social media. Just stop using it as a ruler for your own worth. Comparison isn't the enemy. It's an invitation to deeper contact with yourself. And when you welcome the parts of you that were once denied, someone else's success stops hurting because you finally feel, "I'm not in a race. I'm on a path, and my path is enough." Your truth is beyond comparison. Here's what I invite you to do right now. Pause and answer honestly. Not to me, not to the algorithm, not to the comments, to yourself. When was the last time you truly felt joy for someone without that sting of a comparison? When did you last let yourself be slow, unique, imperfect, and still feel enough? Are you really seeing your own path or just the shadow of someone else's peak in the real? These aren't questions to shame you. They are here to reconnect you with you, because when you are with yourself, you never feel lost. Sometimes to heal from comparison, you don't need to battle Instagram. You need to hear the part of you that was once compared and stay with it. Not push it away, not fix it, just accept it. And then other people stop being triggers. They simply become other people, and you become yourself again. And if you've made it to this point, you're already not the same person who started watching this video, because awareness shifts your frequency. So drop in the comments, who do you compare yourself to most, and what does it actually reveal about you? Let this be your moment of awakening, because comparison isn't about others, it always shows you the parts of yourself that are still waiting to be seen. While some people are still playing the game of being first, others are already coming home to themselves and building something real.